It is about to be a special day today. I'm about to do it live, but go get y'all snacks. This video is about to be a little bit crazy, so all right, enjoy the video. Now, this guy Gabriel was the good-looking guy who slept with a lot of people. He slept with over 100 and something people. He was counting it up. He wanted to sleep with this much people. He was living that life. If you seen it, it was like, oh, that's a nice life. Maybe I want to be his friend and get in it. Get a little closer to him so I can live that life too and post up on social media. Here's where the situation about to get a little bit dark. He likes to drink. She likes to drink. And she's going over to his place. For some reason, this guy records everything. Every time a girl comes to his place, he records it all. I don't really know why, but he does it. So these two are having fun in the apartment, drinking and drinking and drinking until she started to drink a little bit too much and she started to act a little bit strange.
Do you want me to walk you back home or? No, come on, no, don't be like that.
Just have a good day.
So everything's going okay at this stage, and you've offered.
At that stage, yeah.
You've offered to walk her back home.
Yeah, if she was going to go home, if that was what she wanted to do, I would have been also happy to walk her back.
So he wanted to walk her back home. Long story short, she didn't go home. Remember when I said they was at the stores? They was out and they bought some beer, but they just didn't drink beer. They drank some alcohol that Gable made. So she just kept getting drunk, and around 1 a.m. she was really drunk. She couldn't find her phone. Where's my phone? She's checking everywhere. She cannot find it. Gable, where's my phone?
Will destroy your jaw. It's not funny.
She says, "Do you want me to destroy your jaw?"
Yeah.
So, had she already hit you?
At that stage, it was kind of what I understood to be play fighting, but as you'll see throughout the night, it got worse and worse.
So as her attitude got more aggressive, in the beginning he thought it was just play fighting, but it got worse and worse.
Oh! I think that was actually a rock being thrown at me.
You caught one there, did you?
Yeah, close range
He was
too.
really getting hit and thrown at by rocks. And it was just starting to turn into chaos. Completely. These two are both drunk, going through the worst right now. He wanted her out. He wanted her gone.
That's enough. That is more than enough. You've worn out your welcome. At that point,
You've decided that's enough.
I've told her, you've worn out your welcome, and okay, there's a point where I kind of paused for a minute and thought, what do I do? How do I sort this out? She can't be in my apartment any longer.
But at the same time, he wanted her there. But at the same time, he didn't want her anywhere next to him. Now, it's only about to get a little bit more darker from here. So just prepare yourself a little bit. Gabriel in this recording didn't say something about a balcony.
You're lucky I haven't chucked you off my balcony, you damn psycho little.
This is exactly how this girl dies, from a balcony. This is where Gabriel picks her up, and this is where it gets. You will listen.
Who the do you think you are?
No!
Hmm?
No! No! No!
Trying to kill me, huh?
No!
Why are you trying to hit me with that?
No!
Huh?
No!
Her nose every time. It's just like a horror movie. Like she's actually begging for help, but she, instead of saying help, it's no. Stop. So of course, while she was screaming this, I was literally staring into his soul, trying to get his reaction to when she was saying no. There's something going on in his head as she's screaming that. I know it is, but what?
Trying to kill me, huh?
During the midst of all of this, this is where he puts her in the balcony, locks his door, and now she's trapped out there in the balcony.
But you've been...
She was just desperate to go home, but she's stuck out here on this balcony, so what can she do? Now, before I tell you exactly what happened, let's get into these little dark conspiracy theories real quick. Now, the first theory is that the reason why he even started doing all of these recordings in the first place is because he wanted to make his own killing. Make himself look innocent with the recordings, but after all along, this is what he wanted his journey. This is what he wanted to mark in his calendar for his whatever amount of girls he slept with. Do I believe that one? I don't know. I feel like it's reaching just a little bit, but that's a crazy theory. Now, theory 2. Scratch everything off that I just said. When he brought her to this balcony, because remember that saying that he said? People believe that when you did lock her out in that balcony, locks his door, and now you were so drunk, you lost your mind, you lost your attitude, you just lost it completely. You turned into this sick person. You got tired of it and you pushed her off. And then I'll get to one more theory before I tell you what actually happened. When she was out there, she was locked out there, you know, this drunk girl, she was desperate to go home, and there was only one thing to do: jump. Now, a lot of people were saying multiple theories. This case was so big. This is literally a big case. I'm surprised if none of y'all know this case. I'll be surprised if none of y'all know this case or have heard of this case, because how big this was.
You just don't understand. Let go. Certainly wasn't choking. I didn't choke her at any point. That was proven in court by the pathologist. Come on, get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Okay. Get up.
But what actually happened was, when she was locked out there, she tried to go down to the neighbor's balcony and to get help. But she slipped, fell, and that's where she sadly hit the ground and passed away. And the cops told him, and they told him, why didn't you just bring her to the front door and kick her out completely?
Why didn't you just use the front door?
Because that's only a question that you can ask in hindsight when you have to desperately get someone away from you and separate the two of you and try and de-escalate an altercation. It doesn't come into the equation that that person is going to climb off a balcony and fall 14 floors to their death.
After all of this have happened, he left the building and he went for a slice of pizza. He wanted to get some food, I guess. And then he called his dad. Okay, so the death of her was accidental, but it was supposed to be like this good vibe. This person that I like. We're gonna have a good time, you know, get some alcohol, get a little fucked up, enjoy the night. And just like that, the person that you meet from online, it can turn completely dark.
My Tinder date gone wrong.
One of the guys actually messaged me. I don't know why, but this guy is giving me really creepy vibes.
They found out that he like drugged her, and the amount of drugs that was in her system, like she should.
And before you know it, it's like it's too late. You meet them just as friends, and then you turn out it's a catfish. You get kidnapped. Or you meet this person who you thought was somebody, and then it's not that person, and it's some friend that you know that is obsessed with you. Or somebody invite you over, your neighbor, because they need some help with something. All along, you're pregnant and they want your baby. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna murder you, take your baby, and guess what? It's gonna be too late before you even see it coming. Everything that I just said was a real case by real people, real deaths, real kidnappings. So what now, Ras? What, we're gonna live life in fear? No. Just be extra smart and extra careful if you plan on meeting anybody. Don't get drunk the first night of meeting this person. And I say this in the last video, but I'ma say this again. Depending on the area, me personally, like I said, I would say no if I'm a female. I'ma just spend my hard-earned money on my own drink. I don't trust you enough yet, because I start feeling daisy and I hit the floor and I'm at your place. You can do anything to me.
I just skirt it off in your